everyone, Eve Harow, Director of Community Development and Tourism for One Israel Fund. Delighted today to be in my neck of the woods, Gush Etzion, at a very special community. Actually, it's an educational village called Geva'ot in the western part of Gush Etzion. Geva'ot is kind of a generic term. It just means hills. But this is anything but a generic place. And I'm here with Sefi, whom I've known for many years. He's the project developer, manager, pretty much does everything in this very, very unique town. Sefi, great to be here with you today.
Hi, Eve. Great to see you again. My name is Sefi Appel. Welcome to Geva'ot, everyone. Here in Geva'ot, we have a community that helps people with special needs. We have here a school for little kids. We have a high school for the kids with disabilities, with autism, Down syndrome, also behavior problems, a variety of kids that come to learn here. We have an employment center for older students that work in the bakery, the kitchen, the coffee shop, carpentry, ceramics, all over. And we have a housing program for people with special needs. We have some apartments here in Geva'ot and other apartments in other communities in Gush Etzion, where our whole goal is to make an inclusive community, okay? A community that people with special needs can be part of the community. We believe that everyone has abilities. If we can judge people according to their disabilities, they won't be able to advance anywhere. But if we judge them according to their abilities, then we could see that not only they have a lot to give, they could be a crucial and a meaningful part of society.
There's a phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. This particular village, Geva'ot, has taken upon itself to raise a lot of children, to help them reach their potential and make sure that they can all find their place in society. Because after all, that's how we judge a society, by how we take care of the people who need a little bit of extra help.
השם שלי דוד, אני עובד בענף מאפייה, ופה מה שעושים, עושים לחמים, עוגות ועוגיות ועוד כל מיני דברים, ונותנים לבית קפה, ובבית קפה יש מחירה לכל מי שבא לקנות דברים שבמאפייה מכינים, כמו בגטים, פוקצ'ות ושאר הדברים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוקינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על הפרשת חלה.
We're very much into nature and animals. We see that their therapeutic approach is amazing. People here that didn't feel any responsibility or stuff like that flourish with animals. So we have here a goat pen where the kids feed the goats, milk them, shepherd them all over the forests around here, make amazing cheese. We work also with dogs. We're planning on building a therapeutic dog center, not only for the therapeutic but also for training dogs. We have the animal center where the kids are in charge of the animals and give lessons to the younger classes about nature and animals. And it's a very, very nice part about Geva'ot.
Hi, my name is Ariel. I live here. My parents live in Yerushalayim. I work with animals and like cooking on the road and getting them food and a drink.
שלום, אני גבר אלון, אני גר פה בגבעות. נולדנו גורים של חמוסים מצד אוגרים.
אני בת שירות כאן, זו השנה השנייה שלי.
אני אומר, זה כיף לנו ביחד, כל החבר'ה.
אני חושבת שהמקום, שכל הסדנה פה נותנת מקום לצרכים מיוחדים, אבל בצורה שונה. מאוד מכבדת אותם, נותנת להם עבודה, רואה אותם בגובה העיניים ולא מרחמת עליהם. או איזה חמודים, אלא באמת אכפת להם מהם.
שלום, אני מיכל אדלר, אני גרה פה בגבעות 4 שנים בדירה עצמאית ואני עובדת פה בסטודיו קרמיקה. מה שאנחנו בעצם עושות פה, כלים, לא בשבילנו, כלים לבית קפה. יש פה בית קפה ביישוב.
Steffi and I are now sitting in the coffee shop, which among the things that they sell are the cookies and the other products that are produced here in the bakery. I've come here in past years, bought some of the cookies and brought them over to the soldiers at the Pinah Hama at Summit Gush Etzion. So without them even knowing, I've connected the kids here with the soldiers who protect them. Steffi, tell me, and this is a serious institution, different than other educational institutions, but incredibly necessary. From where do you get your funding?
So the state of Israel, Baruch Hashem, really helps us. I would say around 85% of our budget comes from the welfare ministry and education ministry, and we want other projects that help us promote the kids. Then we go out for donors, and we do a swim every year that raises money.
The swim that Sefi mentioned is actually the brainchild of a friend of mine who has a child here. Women swim across the Kinneret, either 1.5 kilometers or 3 kilometers, which is very long when you're dealing with waves. I have done it in previous years. I'm not going to be able to do it this year, too busy with school. But there's always a project in mind for that particular swim, which is happening just a few days after this film is going to be broadcast. And it is going to be helping to fix up this coffee shop so they can host more people here and bring more people into this community, and I'm looking forward to being able to do that. For those of you who are not familiar yet with One Israel Fund and what we do, this is exactly what we do. We fill in the gaps. Communities, organizations that need just that little bit extra in order to provide for the people with whom they're working. If this video spoke to you, join us, partner with us in making this school an even more phenomenal place for the kids for whom they take care of.
Eve, thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure like always. Thank you everyone for watching.
I'm standing here in what remains of the settlement of Masorot Yitzchak, one of the 4 communities here in Gush Etzion that were destroyed during the War of Independence in 1948. A battle that was so momentous and heartbreaking as the defenders here were killed even after they surrendered, that the day that Kibbutz Kfar Etzion in this area fell actually became Israel's Memorial Day, until now. It is incredible to be a part of the renewal of life here in Gush Etzion. For 19 years, this area stood empty and bereft. And now what we have seen is a beautiful community of children with special needs from all over the country that have come to Gush Etzion. During some of the other virtual tours we've taken you on in the last year, we have visited other communities here, Sde Bar in Eastern Gush Etzion, Alon Shvut, and we will continue to come back and we will continue to grow and to thrive in this amazing part of the country. And I'm very proud that One Israel Fund does what we can to fill in the gaps and to create an Israel that, believe it or not, is even better than it is today.